Welcome to Empower English. I'm the founder and the teacher of Empower English. Let's get started. And in the previous lesson, we will learn the word learn. And in this lesson, in this unit, tuition, result, culture, girl, boy. Let me tell you something about English. English has music. English has rhythm. English has pitch and volume, which means that when we ask a question, right? What am I doing this? Right? We go up at the end, and even when we feel surprised, and a lot of things actually going on in English, but this is a small example. Another thing is that when we say something, especially a statement, and we usually drop down, right? We say something in a lower voice. For example, um, I went to the store, right? Right, down. We're going down. Um, it is much better than learning or studying phonics. Phonics is complicated. Some of the rules, even in English, they don't apply actually to any of uh, uh, whatever we know. Um, Even native speakers, they know that they never speak by book. In other words, everything is completely different actually. And so, yeah. Uh, but every language has uh, like pinch, volume, rhythm, um, music, right? Uh, Korean, right? Of course, Japanese, Chinese, Burmese, of course. We all have those. Uh, you know why? Right? We go up. Right? So we also go down, of course. Let's get started. Important. Nowadays, people think five different words I have to mention: important, went, want, perfect, learn, laugh at. I need six words. Let's go. Oh, five. Sorry for that. So important. Learning English is important nowadays. This is what people believe in. English learning or learning English is very, very important. I want to change a little bit here. Learning English is important only if you give time, or only if you master your mentality, right? Your mental control. Everybody, so many people they cannot control. I think you can control, but most of the people they easily give up, especially on listening. They're bored. They become bored quickly at listening to especially longer audios. Actually, if you want to speak English, listening to the longest audios matters is super important. It's inevitable. It cannot be avoided. If you want to speak in longer conversations, we need to practice. What we do is what we get. Simple, right? What you are what you eat. This is kind of a saying expression in English. You are what you eat, right? You are what you eat. Mean you eat something maybe that is healthy to you, not healthy to you, but you become what you eat, right? So we have to control our mind and trying to learn English in a much better way, in a very concentrated way, so that we can learn faster, especially when we have poor concentration. We cannot learn faster. Usually, the opposite happens. We learn much slower. That's not perfect, right? That's not perfect. We have to be, if we want to be perfect in our learning, we have to have better concentration. Try to be away from the distractions. Nowadays, social medias, right? And yeah, usually when I was a learner before, when I was a learner, I mean, I was still working in a lot of different companies, but I went beyond myself. Usually, I went beyond myself, which means I usually put a lot of time in. I put my time, my effort. I mean, a lot. In English, we say we make an all-out effort. All out. All hyphen out. All out means 미공양고, which means a lot of effort. It is an idiom, but 미공양고, all out is a kind of adjective. So I made an all-out effort to improve my English to learn the fastest. I usually went beyond myself because I gave a lot of time, put a lot of energy and time. When I was learning English in Myanmar, in Rangoon especially, I was trying to practice on buses, trains. I also always trying to find the time when I was going to work and the time when I was coming back home. Usually those time were my precious time. This is where I learned the best. So it's so important that we need to give time to English learning. If you want a good result in our maybe in your listening, in your speaking, the more you give time, the more you get improvement, the more you improve. There's no perfection. There's no perfection in I'm not perfect either, but I always practice. I have been learning English for 10 years without a pause. Even when I was sick, when I was not feeling better, I usually reduced the amount of hours I was doing to maybe a few hours or a few minutes. But then when I got better, I made a jump again, right? I will make a big jump, which means I would increase the amount of hour I could do, and I would do the same thing. So again, in this lesson, you learn important, when, want, perfect, learn. Oh, if I get the word, I will tell you later. Laugh at. So see you in the next unit and practice these words in this unit. Listen to this lesson again and again and again to go deeper into our head, and then we'll let everything out, of course, later. Good luck. Bye for now.